Have a good day. I'll have them call you today.
There are people that be arrested if convictions outside Nancy Pelosi's. Well, they were there. They're out at the desk outside of Vegas Big Air.
Should we read the Constitution?
Yeah. Like they are sitting down here. I'm from the Portland Alliance, and they would not allow us in. Stand the Pelosi thing, yes, outside of meeting rooms. 120 and 126.
The House of Representatives shall be composed of members chosen every second year by the people of these several states. And the electors in each state shall have the qualifications requisite for electors of the most numerous branch of the state legislature. No person shall be a representative who shall not have attained to the age of 25 years and have been 7 years a citizen of the United States. And who shall not, when elected, be an inhabitant of that state in which he shall be chosen.
Representatives and correct taxes shall be apportioned according among the several states which may be included within this union, according to their respective numbers. It shall be determined by adding to the whole number of 3 persons. Let's skip that. Section 3. The Senate of the United States shall be composed of. Let's go on to Section 4. The times, places, and manner of holding elections for senators and representatives shall be prescribed in each state by the legislature thereof. But the Congress may at any time by law make or alter such regulations, except as to the places of choosing senators. The Congress shall assemble at least once in every year, and such meetings shall be on the Monday in December, unless they shall be by law. Find a different day.
Section 5, Nancy and Earl, you need to hear this. Each house shall be the judge of the elections. Returns and qualifications of the total members, and a majority of each shall constitute a quorum to do business. This is the U.S. Constitution. You should hear this. The smaller number may adjourn from day to day and may be authorized to compel the attendance of absent members in such manner and under such penalties that each house may provide. Each house may determine the rules of its proceedings, punish its members for disorderly behavior, and with the concurrence of 2/3, expel a member.
Each house shall be the journal of its proceedings, and from time to time publish the same executive part as may in its judgment require such and the yeas and nays of the members of the house on any question now at the desire of 1/5 of the president. Neither house lies such a Congress shall, without the consent of the other, adjourn for days, nor any other provision that may be convicted in the house shall be stayed.
We got these at Blumenauer's office.
That's a way to say it.
First one talk about impeachment. The President of the United States, the Vice President, and all high officials shall be impeached. It doesn't say maybe. It doesn't say count the votes. It doesn't say you have an option. Think about this. There is another piece of paper or instruction that we all love. That's the Ten Commandments. Commandments. And what is the word in the Ten Commandments? Thou shalt or shall not. It's not an option. Pelosi says impeachment's off the table. She's violated her oath of office. Her oath of office is to this book, the Constitution of the United States. The second important part of this book, the only time a presidential pardon is hindered is impeachment. If Pelosi and the Democrats impeach the vice president, the president could not interfere with that by the Constitution. Most people don't know that, and they should. The Speaker of the House does not have the authority to take impeachment off the table. There is only one criteria for their crimes. And if anybody in this room does not believe that the Vice President and the President had not committed crimes, then you should learn how to read. Torture. 1 million Iraqi civilians dead. 3,761 Americans dead. And what does General Petraeus say? 10 more years. That's 1,000 soldiers a year. 10,000. Iraqis, there are 3 million that are refugees. And what do? We sent them to Syria. So what we did was take middle-class Iraqis who are really angry and put them in a terrorist state. Is that smart? How smart is that? Speaker of the House has invited the press by invitation only. They've been vetted. They're doing the same thing that Bush did. The alternate press has been excluded. People that were not invited have been excluded. This is the same crap that Bush does. By the Democrats. By the Democrats. By the Speaker of the House. By our congressman. Our progressive congressman is excluding his constituents. How crazy is that? Let's read some more about what we're losing. How about reading the Bill of Rights? How about freedom of the press?
Joe, I was told you have been outside protesting. We are not going to let you in here, even though I'm here with the Portland Alliance and the reporter from the Portland Alliance. That's okay. You can come up and talk to us.
Our founding fathers, when they drew up this Constitution, had a big fight. And on one side was the Hamilton side that didn't want to have anything to do with amendments and rights. And on the other side was Jefferson. And we got the 10 amendments to the Constitution known as the Bill of Rights. And listen to these. The First Amendment of the Constitution. Congress shall make no laws respecting or establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press. Why is the press being kept out of this? Only the Ogoni can get in here? Only Channel 8? Only Channel 2? What about the citizens' channels? How about cable? Why aren't they allowed in here? Why do you have to have a press pass vetted? What is that? This is not Russia. Not today, but maybe tomorrow, Thursday or Friday, we may raise the Russian flag. And you, all you media people, will say, duh, it's a nice flag. Or the right of the people peacefully to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. That's why we're here. We are the people. I am a veteran, 9 years in the Navy. I put my life on the line. There are veterans outside that have served in the Army and put their lives on the line. We are the troops that you are supposed to support. We were the troops. Think about that. Not a bumper sticker. Amendment number 2.
Yeah, Pelosi's not the queen either.
A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Hey, Will, did you read the Constitution?
I read it every day, Joe.
Cool.
That's what I said.
Oh, thanks a lot. Oh, thanks a lot. You said you read the Constitution. Did you really read it? I mean the American, not the Russian. Not the Russian.
You came into the office.
Will, does that mean we need your permission?
Can I go to the bathroom, Willie? Please, can I go to the bathroom? Can I go to the bathroom? Why are you being a jerk? You don't give us permission to do anything. If we violate the law, arrest us. If we don't violate the law, don't arrest us. This is what this is about. Well, the way you sounded like you gave us permission to breathe.
No, they asked me if we wanted to be removed from the premises because we were in this facility, and I said, no, we don't. So there, that's what I
So
meant.
security or the police don't call the shots. Blumenauer does.
No, when we rent
If
the
you
space,
said yes,
we-
remove them, they would have removed us.
Maybe.
Yes, that's Russia. USSR.
Joe, when have I ever not let you express free speech? I've been there every time for you. Talking to Ashford Pacific, when they came out and tried to get you guys out the benches and stuff. I mean, we came out and had a meeting, and I think we got that taken care of. Again, I'm just trying to say, I'm not here to...
We had
I'm not trying
9
to make sure
police
you-
cars for 14 people, and you say you resolved it? What is that?
Well, I don't control the
We went in
police
every week
When,
to meet with you guys. And what did you do? 1 week there were 9 police cars out there. You had more cops than we had protesters.
Joe, we didn't call the police.
Oh, yes, I know.
We
You
did.
don't call the
Why
police.
did you tell me that as a reporter I can't go in there because I've been a protester?
We're having a credentialed press for the speaker's office. I said that
You
to
could have
You were
credentialed
doing
me, but you
pushing
chose
it.
not to.
Which vetted people, called them town
The
hall
speaker's
meetings,
office
used
was
the
willing to let
military,
me in.
invited people, and if you were just this much away from Butch's order, you were out. And that's what you've done. Again.
I don't see it that way, but I hear you.
When
I hear your
When
concern.
is the Congress going to hold a town hall meeting?
September
on the most important-
23rd.
When?
September 20th, it's been on the PDX Peace webpage, September 23rd,
You're
Holy
gonna hold a
Redeemer
town hall
Church.
meeting on
Yes,
impeachment?
yes. It's going to be on peace and accountability.
We have been there.
It's gonna be on the war in
We have
Iraq.
been
You
there
can talk
for-
about whatever you
We
want.
have been there for 7 weeks.
Yeah,
Did you ever tell me?
we just set it up.
You just set it up.
We set it up.
We've
We-
been asking for 7 weeks, and you just set it up. So you're
I'll
gonna...
confirm the location right now. We got the email today. It's going to be at the Holy Redeemer, I think at the cafeteria on September 23rd.
Cool.
And it's going to cover impeachment?
It's going to be on peace and accountability, and
Peace
people
and
can come and talk
accountability.
about what they want to talk
We
about.
asked for one about
Of
impeachment.
course. Well, you're going to, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about.
What about Blumenauer signing on to HR 333, impeachment of Cheney?
At this point, I think if he hasn't signed on,
Of course not.
and we put, his
Because
statement of what he feels
what he
right now.
does is he promises.
Yeah,
He says, oh, I'm going to sign the Declaration of Peace.
which he did.
Yes, which he did, which he broke last year.
No, that was a different one that didn't talk specifically. It said,
Oh, it's so different. It's so different.
Joe,
Peace is peace.
so I will
You
bring
know,
you the...
money is money. If I give you $10 to go to Starbucks, you go to Starbucks, you get a coffee. If I give you $20, you go to Starbucks, you get a coffee. Money is money. And when you say that was a different one, it was a little bit different here, cut the damn funds off of the war, cut the funds to the White House, cut the funds to the Vice President's house, start cutting the funds to the Justice Department because it doesn't work anyway. You guys can do that. Just like that. Every month, 100 soldiers will die. And your plan right now will cost 1,000 soldiers deaths.
And what's his plan? I don't understand what you're talking about.
His plan that he put out would take a year. Every month, we lose between 800 and 900 soldiers. Between 80 and 90 soldiers. Times 12, you don't have to do fuzzy math. Even it off to 1,000. Just tell us, 1,000 soldiers, is that enough? 5,000, 10,000, 20,000? And one of the questions that nobody really asks is, how many Iraqis are dead? Do you know?
Probably.
You don't know. Neither do I.
You know why? Because reporting hasn't been
Accurate,
accurate.
it doesn't exist. Under the Geneva Convention, the occupying force must keep track of the deaths and injury of the people they are occupying. Do we do that? No. You know what the range is? President Bush says 30,000. Humanities of the UN says 1 million. 30,000, 1 million. What is that? You talk about bad bookkeeping. It's our responsibility to know where the people are, what they're doing, how they're doing it, and how many people that we killed. That's our obligation.
We're responsible for their welfare.
That's right. It's true. And we don't know. Does anybody know how many people?
We're responsible for all the death by...
No more funds for the War Department.
Why are
And
you,
all the deaths caused by any other group in Iraq.
why are you out here instead of Blumenauer?
Boy, it's warm out here.
I think global warming is a pretty important topic as well.
It's pretty hot here.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I mean, it's hot in Iraq, and we have to get out of Iraq. But also, if we
When
don't
the
save the planet,
phosphorus-
we're not gonna be
When the
here.
phosphorus shell
Do you
comes
think
into
we
the
didn't
house,
want you to save the planet? We want him
I
to
know.
get out of Iraq. We want him to impeach. We want him to sign on to the impeachment.
I
333.
understand that.
Well, that's what you can do for us. You can get him to do that. And you can also get him to allow the press in. The alternative press
We're allowing
should have the right to be in
Cable's
there.
in, so.
Oh,
Anyway,
why isn't Portland
But why did you
Alliance in?
specifically tell me that even though I
I'm gonna
reported
go
you would
back
not
in.
allow me in because I had been a protester?
Willie,
Why
I'll
did
see you
tell
guys
me that?
tomorrow.
you're a good
This is the
man.
United States
Thank
of
you.
America. We have a right to protest.
Did you keep everyone
me
out
ask-
of written an editorial?
Let me ask the press something. Does anybody know how many wounded are in Iraq? Does anybody know? You all the press. How many? Does anybody know? I don't know. There are 1 million dead. How many are wounded? PBS. They use 16 to 1 about soldiers. Every soldier killed, 16 wounded. If you took that figure, the whole damn population of Iraq has been injured. Think about that. Plus the 4 million that are running around trying to find a little peace and quiet. Think about that. That's why we're here. I'm 65. I didn't feel like doing this. I'm tired. Should have brought my water bottle.
Why do people think there's a Democratic majority in Congress right now? People aren't happy. Bush and Cheney, they've all committed crimes.
This should be a real democracy, not a representative democracy. The people think should be cared for and done.
But Nancy would.
I think we should read Amendment 1 again. It seems it's pretty relevant. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or the press or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. So should those of us who do that, who redress the government, who petition the government for a redress of grievances, not be allowed freedom of the press? I don't think it says that.
Would you have these Congress people? I would like to see them. You're not going to answer. You're not going to answer me. I'm going to think about the answer. And you are?
There's a little four-letter word in America you can use. It's V-O-T-E.
Who are you?
Blumenauer.
What? What do you do? You work for veterans? I'm a veteran. You work for me? Could you go tell my life I talk to you, please? You just told me you work for me. You work for the veterans where? So you work for the Congress. You work for that. That's not. Oh, you don't work in the Congress. The Congress office does not work on Congress. You make the decision. We didn't elect you, we elected you. But you make the decision. You won't let one of these constituents go home.
Article 2, Section 4. The President, Vice President, and all civil officers of the United States shall be removed from office on impeachment for and conviction of treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. If this president and vice president are not guilty of high crimes and misdemeanors, no president and vice president ever shall be, and we should remove this from the Constitution. We should have a constitutional convention, change our Constitution, never impeach anyone ever again.
And that Constitution should read, the President and the Vice President can do whatever they damn well please.
That's right.
I refuse. Yeah. No, I refuse. You can arrest me, but I refuse to do it.
I just want to speak to the Nancy. Okay. I know what to do.
No. No. No.
Impeachment of Bush and Cheney is imperative, not just as a means to hold them accountable, but also to prevent future abuses of power and lawlessness by officials in high office. Please stop ignoring the will of the people. Put impeachment on the table.
She behaves.
Yeah. wait till she leaves. They don't want to be embarrassed.
Well, it's true for minors.
This is just like Bush, I swear to God. How do you feel about this? Do you have any thoughts
They're paid to
of what's going
express
on?
no feeling.
What's going on?
Paid pretty well to do that too, probably.
You guys, I mean, I'm not the enemy. I used to be a soldier. I spent 9 years in the Navy. I used to be the people that you say you support. And you say, well, thank you very much for your service. But would you please move back? What are your thoughts? What do you think? We're going to lose another 1,000 guys. They won't do anything. What's your thought on that? I mean, you know, I protest. I write letters. I'm 65. I protest outside of his office. I protest here. I go to jail. I can't sleep at night. What do you guys do? When you realize 1,000 guys. Excuse me, ma'am. Your son is dead 1,000 times in the United States. What do you think? Excuse me, sir. Your father is dead 1,000 times. What goes on in your head when you hear that? Nothing? Nothing? This is what happened in Germany. What happened in Italy, in Spain. This. Nothing? No souls. You go to church. Do you kneel and say, God, forgive me because I got angry with my wife? 1,000 soldiers. How many Iraqis? What do you do with your heads? Please tell me. Because I want it to stop. I want to sleep at night. So tell me, how do you shut this out? How do you shut losing the Bill of Rights? How do you shut out that you have a criminal as the president? A criminal as the vice president? And a weak-kneed Congress will do nothing. What do you do with your heads? It's not worth getting arrested here. It's not. Let's not. Let's make that choice. Okay? Let's go. It's not worth getting arrested here. We'll get arrested tomorrow. What do you think?
I, for one, would like to talk to Nancy Pelosi. Oh, she comes out.
Because all they're going to do is they're going to wait it out until Blumenauer leaves, Pelosi leaves, then they're going to arrest us. That's what they're doing. So why not go to Blumenauer's office tomorrow and take it over? And lay on the floor. And if they close it tomorrow, we'll do it Friday. Let them move you on. What do you want to do?
Press will be coming out this way.
I think we should wait a while.
Says the United States Navy. Spent 9 years in the Navy. I gave up a Navy career in 1969 because of what I thought was an illegal war. Right in the middle of my career, I gave it up. I never thought I'd be doing this again at 65. This is worse. This is worse than Dixon. Because we have such weak-kneed Democrats. There are no checks and balances. None. Blumenauer talks a good storm. Oh, we're good. His plan was on for another year.
I think they don't want to arrest us because it would be so embarrassing.
Yeah. What the hell? What bicycle.
Blumenauer's bicycle.
Blumenauer's bicycle. Isn't that
He's
sweet?
buddies with the gal.
We're going to lose 1,000 troops in the next year, and he's giving away little bicycles. Isn't that sweet?
Mine only takes half a cup of oil, too, isn't it? Wonderful?
You know, I ride my bike. I haven't owned a car in 5 years. I think he's right about that. I think you should ride a bike. I think you should take mass transportation. And I think you ought to stop the 1,000 troops that are going to die. And every week, you're going to hear it. You're going to hear 10 today, 15 tomorrow, 20 after that, 15, 16. Just watch any news. They'll tell you at the end of the week, well, it was a good week. We only lost 60. We had one stupid congressman say, it was a great month. We only lost 40. 40. I wonder what he said to the parents. Or was he too busy in the bathroom someplace doing the Irish jig? Who's next door? Cute bicycles. This is where my money's going? That's really cool. How about sending more money to the vets? You represent the vets. Why are we in such a mess? What do you think? You run the Congress. You run the Congress now. You're the Democrat, aren't you? And you're in charge of vets. Why are vets having so many problems? Did you read the latest thing? That the Veterans Administration have been screwing all the books. That they've been saying 95% of the vets are getting their appointments on time. It was bullshit. It was 75, 70%. Some of them 16 months. Did you know that? And you stand there saying, I represent the vets. You don't represent anybody.
They represent the general.
How about stopping this war so we don't have to have vets? In other words, so we don't, let's become a peaceful nation so we don't have people dying and being maimed.
You guys go to school about not responding at all? I mean, is there a special class? They put you in front of a mirror, and the mirror says nasty things to you, and you never respond? Is there a class like that?
I'm hoping we
You
make
get a
asses out of
BA,
ourselves.
a master's, PhD?
I have a minority opinion about Nancy and Earl and the rest of the Democratic leadership. I don't believe they're weak-willed. I believe they have the same values in foreign policy as the Republicans, and that this is what we're seeing transpire.
Who's there?
Okay, you can flip that chair on the other side.
You okay, sir?
I'm running out of things to say. Yeah, I can publish on the video on Doesn't matter, it must be from the other
I'll
go.
call you later, okay? I'm at a demonstration right now. I don't know.
Impeach Nancy and Earl.
Uphold the Constitution.
I'm losing my voice.
We got all that stuff. It's all right. Finish yourself for me.
Sorry about the mess that's involved here. So do you guys get to use the meter? Good. You need to meet Charlie too?
Pretty frustrating, huh, Joe?
Yeah. Did you get any good shots?
Yeah.
Good. Look at all the, oh, look at this. Whoa. Huh?
When are you guys meeting on like the school year timeline, or are you halfway through?
Impeach Bush and Cheney.
So yeah, it was nice meeting you. Rudy, it was nice to meet you.
They don't know what the Constitution is. It's a quaint little piece of paper. We did good.
Yes, we did. I'm just, if I would have just let them reach me around a little more, I
I think somebody heard.
I just don't like it.
Oh, you got that. All right, let's go.
It is, it's a damn shame.
She got peach, but not the right kind of peach. Who got that?
I don't want to get filmed.
Don't touch me there. Goodbye. Have a great day. Go ahead. Take care.
Why is he being so hostile? Has he got something to hide? Like, why he's hiding his face? I know exactly where he's like, he's trying to engage something.
Looks good with the flag behind him.
Yeah, that's weird. I got a picture from him from the side, guys.
Smith does that all the time. But we're not smart enough to know that the Democrats do it also. So Blumenauer knows the count of the vote before he even votes. If he wants it to go forward, he'll vote for it. If he wants it to go forward and know it's got an overwhelming number that is for it, he's going to vote against it so he can come back and say, oh, I voted against Pfizer. That's what they do. And the progressive community does not have the ability to focus on both parties. It's bias against Republicans who I detest, absolutely detest Republicans. But you have to use the same standard when you're talking about the Democrats. And the Democrats have the power. Senator Smith, if you think about it, is irrelevant. He's in a minority. The only thing he does is he nullifies Senator Wyden's votes. That's what we've done in Oregon. We have no vote in the Senate. Because if you go down the line, Smith votes one way, Wyden votes the other way, it's no vote. So we have to get rid of Smith, and I agree with that. But he's irrelevant right now. The Democrats are the important thing. Pelosi could say to John Conyers right now, John, start impeachment. John Conyers hit that gavel so fast, she won't do it. And the Democrats have to ask why. Why? Gonzalez did not resign until they started talking impeachment. You start talking about impeachment with Cheney, two things happen. First, the president can't intercede. The only time he can't use his bomb. One. And number two, it would scare the hell out of everybody. And Cheney would probably resign because they cannot stand a real investigation. So Cheney would resign. And you would get somebody else out, and it can't be as bad as Cheney. It's only one massive vampire. There is no way that anybody would replace Cheney any worse. You couldn't do it. So they want to try start impeaching on Cheney, scare the hell out of them, bring out all the facts that Conyers had simulated when he was in the minority, get impeachment going, he'll resign, they'll get somebody in there. that would at least doesn't want to burn the world. And you would get somebody in there probably like, he was a little bit trained because of this. So we stood over there, then we came over here to get arrested. It seemed like the only way we could get arrested is on an assault charge, and since the vote kind of pledged, I'm going to do that. And she said, move back. I would take the hand off, and she said, move back. And we did that a lot. So what they seemed to be doing was trying to vote one of the males to maybe hit one of the females' arms, and that would put us in a real defensive position. So we won't be
sometimes just shaking yourself loose, sort of pushing in any way, in any resistant sort of way would be considered an assault or something like that.
It's a tactic that you use, you know, like they use it with autistic kids a lot, where adults surround a kid and just keep squeezing in, coming in, so that way the kid doesn't get hurt. Right? So they were doing the same thing to me. If you notice, the woman was here, and there was a whole bunch of guys, like in a semicircle, and they were coming in to me. So it's a tactic, and it's a very useful tactic. Except a couple of things were going on. They didn't want it to get arrested. I mean, Blumenauer, it wouldn't look good in the press that if he's arrested, they find out that I'm a 9-year vet. Veterans for Peace are here, Chapter 72. You know, grandmothers and grandfathers are here, teachers. Not good press. Now, Smith can get away with that, but Blumenauer can't.
So you haven't been able to be successful in getting a meeting with anyone in his office yet? I was listening to you talk to, was it Willie?
No. Yeah. But here's the problem with talking with staff. The staff can only talk generalities. Now, they came up and they actually said they're going to hold a forum on impeachment on the 23rd.
Peace. They didn't say impeachment, they said peace.
Yeah, it's a peace, right.
Which, you know.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Right.
Yeah,
but
close.
you could be there and talk about it.
But now we've been there for what? 9 weeks now, right?
8, we're up.
8. Yeah, this is the 9th week, I think.
So finally it worked, I guess.
Well, but I mean, and Willie has my phone number. He has my email. Was I notified? Was Joe notified? Joe's asking him to go on camera and talk about impeachment. You didn't get any notification.
Pelosi. Oh, no.
No. So maybe the Oregonian got an ad under personals that they're going to hold a town hall meeting. You know.
But now we know, so you can put it on Indie Media.
Yes.
So it's the 23rd at where now?
Holy Redeemer.
Holy Redeemer.
And Willie, I like Willie. Willie's pretty cool guy. And it was a smart move on his part, because they made an announcement to PDX Peace that there was going to be something on a press conference today that was going to be the news of the day. Couldn't tell them what it was. Now, PDX Peace was supposed to go today to meet with them to congratulate Blumenauer on signing the Declaration of Peace. But they had to cancel that because there was no staff available. So they're going to do that on the 29th or something like that.
So this is probably
Meanwhile,
a response to that.
we thought that we would do a sit-in at the office today. That was the plan. We were gonna sit in the office, 5 of them. We're gonna sit in. Well, they closed the office, but they came here. So we came here, and I mean, 2 blocks away from Senator Smith's office, security starts coming down from the trade center. Well, I'm 2 blocks away. Okay? By the time I get there, there's 2 or 3 security guys by the escalators. The same thing is true with the Democrats. They basically know where we are, what we're doing. They read Indy. You know, I don't know how much other stuff they're getting, but mostly I think they're getting it off in the media. And we don't try to hide stuff.
So the meeting on the 23rd, what was I going to say?
Yeah, I think it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I think it's in Arizona.
No, what I was going to say is Blumenauer going to actually be there? Or is it just Willie?
You were there when I was notified.
I don't think that it's going to be Blumenauer because he's in D.C.
I don't know what the 23rd is.
September 23rd, he's in D.C. They're not on break.
Yeah, you have to really be careful what they say to you. If they say to you today is Wednesday, you really need to look at a calendar. Yeah, because it makes you nervous.
Right. Well, I would be very surprised if Blumenauer will actually. He's letting Willie take all the heat.
September 23rd?
Yeah.
That's a Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.